We are following breaking news out of the Serra Mesa area. There was an explosion inside of a home. Thanks for being here at 6 a.m. everyone. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Carrie Lane in for Netta Iranpour. This is happening in the 2900 block of Grayling Drive. It happened just around 4:30 this morning. CBS 8's Chris Groh is live at the scene with what we know now. Good morning, Chris.
Yeah, good morning, guys. And I want to step away and kind of show you the scene here, right as you see the firefighters gathered around in front of the home. That one room that you could see the window there, that is the window of the room in which they believe that explosion happened. Now, according to some of the folks that do live inside, they heard that loud boom very early on in the morning. And from there, they did see that fire begin. So what they were trying to do was simply get everyone who lives inside out of the home. In total, 5 people live inside the home. There are 2 people that live inside that room, a husband and a wife, a man and a woman. They were the ones that were transported to the hospital, but we were told by some of the other residents that they were able to walk on their own power, but they were burned and they wanted to make sure that they were able to get those treated. But now an investigation is ongoing into what potentially even caused this. The fire has been put out. You can see some of the firefighters in and around the area. Want to play for you a sound that we just had, a portion of a conversation that we just had with one of the residents that lives inside, again describing the sort of chaos that ensued with that explosion.
I hope none of you have ever experienced just laying there in bed and just you hear, and then all of a sudden my roof came down, my bedroom door blew in, and I didn't see any flames at first. Then all of a sudden everybody's yelling and screaming and get out of the house, get out of the house.
So that man, Patrick, he lives inside the home, and he says that one of the other things that, again, through all the adrenaline, you hear that in his voice and that excitement in his voice. Again, he's still very much going through all of the waves of emotions of going through something like this. He told us one of the things that he just wants to make sure he gets out there is just how thankful he is for the San Diego Fire Department as well as San Diego Police Department getting here so quickly, being able to put that fire out, make sure that everyone is safe. And so we are going to, of course, continue to follow the story, especially as we try to learn a little bit more about what caused this. Eric and Carrie.
All right, yeah, those quick responding firefighters there on the scene. Thank you for that, Chris. Firefighters are also having to make a quick response to these fires that have been happening all morning long here and over the night. On the spots of these fires here, 3 wildfires started around the county yesterday. The Blackwood fire in Boulevard started around 1 p.m., burning around 37 acres. The Wildcat fire in Verona burned about 20 acres, and evacuation warnings have been lifted there. Plus, another fire shut down part of the Interstate 8 near Grossmont High School in El Cajon. That fire burned 15 acres.
So we're going to show you a map here. It'll show you the locations of these fires. In El Cajon, residents describe the moments that they saw the flames coming up and over the hill.
And I went on the back patio, I looked down, and I seen the fire right here. I said, oh my God, it's huge. And you seen the helicopters, the water drops and stuff, and right there I knew it was serious.
It's important to note that it is the first day of summer. Firefighters say we can expect more fires like these to break out during the summer months.
Evan is joining us now with a check on the conditions out there. Not necessarily ripe for fire conditions, but here's the thing with our fire season. Fires can break out at any time, especially when those winds pick up and if people are careless out there, right?
And especially considering the amount of rain that we saw that then led to the amount of vegetation out there that is now drying out. So that's going to be of top concern. But as Eric mentioned, I mean, in terms of the forecast, there's nothing in particular that's happening that stands out, that puts us in prime fire danger. It is going to be a breezy at times day. Otherwise, sunny. Temperatures are still in many cases cooler than average, even though it should be a sunny and mild day overall. You've got 70s along your coastline, 70s inland across the mountains. More coming up in just a bit. Back to you for now.
We have more breaking news that we are following here out of the Claremont area now. This is a SWAT standoff that's underway. It's happening near the intersection of Diane Avenue and Conrad Avenue. Police first got this call just before 1 this morning. They tell us they responded to a domestic violence situation. Moments ago, police confirmed a woman is out of the house and is safe, but the man is still holed up inside. Police tell us he is armed with a gun and is refusing to come out. Neighbors are being told to shelter in place. You are being asked to avoid the 4700 block of Appleton Street. We're working to gather more information. We'll bring you the latest updates right here on CBS 8 throughout the morning. This morning, the father of 2 children hit and killed along the 78 in Vista is defending the kid's mother.
It's not her fault. She has nothing but love for our kids, and right now she's in a place where she's alone, which I wish I could be with her.
Miguel Aguilar says all 6 of his children were in the car when some luggage fell onto the freeway lanes. 10-year-old Alan and 16-year-old Amy were hit and killed by another car while they were trying to get the bags. Reports say Aguilar's wife, Sandra Ortiz, told the 2 to get the luggage, but Aguilar tells us that's not the case.
My wife had pulled to the side. She had told my kids not to get off, but before that she even told them, they were already off. My daughter had gotten off the car, and my son just followed right after.
Aguilar says his family was on their way to Sunset Park in San Marcos to sell handmade jewelry. They plan to honor Alan and Amy there this weekend with a food sale fundraiser. Right now, Ortiz is being held on $500,000 bail. She's facing charges of DUI, gross vehicular manslaughter, and child endangerment, and she is set to be arraigned tomorrow. And new this morning, the victim of a deadly shooting at NTC Park has been identified. Authorities say 20-year-old Jonathan Shields Pullum died from being shot Saturday night. Hundreds were attending a Juneteenth celebration near Liberty Station when shots rang out. Right now, another man in his 20s is recovering from his injuries. Police say the shooting happened after an argument. The shooter has not been arrested. You're asked to call Crime Stoppers if you have any information.
This morning, the city says construction on new traffic measures in Pacific Beach has been delayed. Now, work was supposed to begin today along Diamond Street at the intersections of Fanuel and Cass. A row of bollards is going to be installed down the middle of each intersection. That will prevent the cars from being able to go straight through. Instead, it will force people to make a right-hand turn off of Diamond. The goal here is to make it safer for the pedestrians, and it's getting mixed reaction.
We didn't know anything was coming. We weren't warned. We weren't asked. We weren't told about this at all.
I don't let my kids out in the front yard to play because of the speed with which people go down this street and the lack of attention they pay to any of the stop signs. If that can be improved, this becomes a safer spot for any of the children living on this street.
The city did not say why work was delayed or when it may begin.
The south end of Imperial Beach has been closed 555 consecutive days. Our Premier Beach stretch in Imperial Beach has been closed 179 days. We have an entire generation of kids that don't know what it is to access clean water.
New this morning, County Board Chair Nora Vargas and Vice Chair Tara Lawson-Remer are calling for a local state of emergency due to the Tijuana River Valley. They will introduce it at the Board of Supervisors' next meeting. This comes as millions of gallons of sewage is flowing into the San Diego waters from the Tijuana River. The price tag to fix the plant is estimated between $100 to $150 million.
Well, it is the first day of summer. Yes, we are at June 21st, folks. The summer solstice is the longest day of the year. Today, the San Diego Tourism Authority is kicking off the start of summer at the San Diego Zoo. They are unveiling a new report on the importance of tourism for our economy. Local leaders such as Mayor Todd Gloria and County Supervisor Chair Vargas will be there. We will be keeping you updated on the report's findings as soon as we learn more on that. But not necessarily feeling like the hot summer days that we usually experience here mid to late June, but that's okay because we know it's coming. It's nice and comfortable right now.
It's perfect right now, Evan.
Yesterday was a very nice way to ease us into warmer, sunnier weather.
Agreed.
It was very mild overall. Today's going to be a little bit warmer than yesterday.
No. We just keep it like yesterday.
We don't
We'll just ride that out.
Press the pause button.
No, but it's the final day of the warmth before we get more clouds and cooler temperatures for the weekend. So today, your Wednesday, situated very well in the week. You'll get some sunshine. We already have a lot of it. Clouds are breaking apart already. A few more clouds than what we saw yesterday, as you can see from Oceanside all the way down through about Imperial Beach. Clouds aren't stretching too far to the east, though, and they are pretty weak in general, so not really leading to much in terms of limited visibility or that light drizzle that we've seen for many previous mornings. There are some spots where you might run into a bit of fog this morning as they are low down to the ground in a couple spots, and that would just mean that for the next couple hours, really strictly between about 6 a.m. here and maybe 8 a.m. or so, you'll see those clouds, but they're burning off very, very quickly. Temperatures walking out the door right now, we've got some 40s. Ramona, 44 degrees, 51 for Alpine, 57 for El Cajon. You move off toward the coastline, you've got maybe a few upper 50s and low 60s. San Diego got that kind of urban heat island there at 61 right now. But when you compare these temperatures to 24 hours ago, we are colder pretty much across the board. 8 degrees colder in Oceanside, 6 in Encinitas and Poway, 5 in El Cajon, 6 in Alpine. What this shows is that cloud cover is less dense this morning than yesterday. That's because we have each day seen that onshore flow weaken, and that means that as onshore flow weakens, we pick up on where we really should be, where average would be for this time of year. And that's going to be right on average for today, 73. See the top right corner there, 73 is average. We cool down tomorrow with that marine layer coming back on shore. Temperatures climb each day between tomorrow and Monday, back to about average around that time. And then all the way through next week, we're going to see those temperatures climb once again. It looks like the middle and later portion of next week in particular is going to bring us to a notable warming trend where we're above average. We'll see a lot of sunshine in the mix. But again, that is still about a full week out from now. It's 6:11 now for traffic. Take a look at border wait times from the CBP website. 60 minutes right now is the wait time at the general line at the San Ysidro Port of Entry. Otay Mesa Port of Entry, you're looking at a 50-minute wait. Once you get into the U.S., you can head onto cbs8.com/traffic, and that's got the latest on any crashes or collisions that you'll see as you head on to our roadways. Back to you.